Hey guys, this is SoulRack333 with another custom review. It's been a while since I've done a full custom review. And here I have the Transformers Buzzworthy Bumblebee Weaponizer Predacon Scorponok. And yeah, I had no interest in buying this figure. And then I saw it on clearance and I figured, what the hell, I can buy it. Definitely do some customizing. It looked okay. I just don't like that weaponizer gimmick they were doing. It feels cheap, so it's a deluxe size figure, but with just a lot of hollow bits and very simple transformation. But there was a lot of detail, and that just made me want to, get it for customizing, and I think it turned out pretty good. And what I really wanted to do with this figure was make it Transformers the movie Scorponoks. So this is my very old custom Scorponok, and yeah, I had mixed feelings about that. So I like the detail in this new version way more than that. So I kind of wanted to have this be an homage to the first one. Now, the story behind this figure, I actually bought this from another customizer years ago when I was starting out customizing. And what's funny is that it was better in the pictures than when I got it in hand. The pictures made it look awesome, but once I got it in hand, it was garbage. I don't remember who the customizer was, but the paint was terrible, and so I felt I needed to touch it up like crazy. And so I just gave it a gray dry brush over his crappy silver dry brushing, and then a copper dry brush, and then just the other day I gave it a black wash on certain parts, and they let it pop a little bit. But yeah, I don't remember who the customizer was. But once I got it, I had to do something, because that wasn't good. This is definitely way better than that. So I wanted to give it a similar color scheme. But yeah, it came out way better. And I never found the Studio Series Scorponok. Never saw it. I would have gotten it and then given it this kind of paint scheme. And it comes with this scorpion here. I don't know if it has a name. And I don't know, I guess it becomes a weapon of some kind. But and basically I gave it a flat black base coat, spray paint. Can't remember what brand, probably Krylon. Those are getting hard to find though. And then gave it a silver dry brush with Vallejo paint, and then copper dry brush with testers acrylics. I'm down to my last 2 bottles of copper. Once I'm done, once I'm out, I'm out. And I bought those last few bottles of copper years ago, because I think they had stopped selling copper. So I bought a whole box of them, and I'm down to my last 2. I think I'm out of the gold and brass. I still have some silver and steel, I think, and maybe some aluminum, but if I don't have to use those, I'm going to use the Vallejo Silver. So far, the Vallejo Silver has been really good for my dry brushing. It's the other colors I don't care for. But yeah. And then I gave it a gray dry brushing. Now the gray, it's just a mixture of that cheap Michaels brand paint. I forget which one. It's just black and then gray, light gray. I only have a little bit of white, so I went with the light gray. And then I gave it a black wash. The tip of the tail, I went with a chrome marker just to let that pop a little bit, and a little bit of red. So I like how this looks. And I just have it sitting on its back here. Oh, a little bit of chrome paint there. As for this guy, I put a lot more work into him. First thing I did was filled in all the hollow bits. So there, back of the head, underneath the forearm there. I would have filled that in and that in, but that looked like unnecessary. I mean, it looked like more trouble than it was worth. And same paint scheme. Now, the other thing I did was I replaced the tail. This is actually the Transformers the movie Scorponok's tail. I had an extra tail in my parts bin. The original Scorponok that this came from, I used the parts for the old Leader Class Revenge of the Fallen Megatron. I used the arms, the Scorponok arms, to create elbow joints for that custom, which I sold years ago. So yeah, this is the Scorponoks 2007, and took this off of this guy's tail, drilled a hole through the ball joint, and then pinned it through the end of the tail. So now it's this. It can still pivot here, but it's now this. And has two pegs. These two pegs came from those silly straws. Found them at Walmart years ago. The silly straws is the same width as the 5mm peg joints, peg holes. So, and I guess I could do that, but then I don't like how that looks. So this looks better, even though this sticks out like that. And to transform him, unpeg, unfold, separate, fold this back, bring the arms down, and bring the shoulder up, and rotate the head. And there he is in his robot mode. Looking very nice. And here's where I have him hold this way. These can move out of the way. So yeah, really like how that looks. Gave him a red dot on his chest, just for the hell of it. Also filled in the hollow butt right there. And I would have liked to fill this in, but again, it just wasn't worth it. Kind of hoping maybe I can peg this in somehow. But nope. So there he is in his robot mode, looking very cool. Guess I can transform this guy on camera. This, I don't know. We should have noticed something was up when they create Transformer characters that do not transform on screen. We never saw this bot mode, if it can be called a bot mode. These open up, I'm not going to bother with that. So, yeah. This is definitely way better than that. But I keep this guy because, I don't know, he stands next to my other TF the Movie customs. Yeah, I would like to get the Studio Series 1, but I think that ship has sailed. Never saw it, and I don't feel like hunting for it online anywhere. There it is. Scorponok. Thanks for watching.